As some of you may or may not know, I am I guess you would say, the second go-to voice for Loki, behind, obviously, Tom Hiddleston. I initially started doing Loki with a company called Parcast, and they had a show called Mythology, a podcast series called Mythology, and they had a series of Thor and Loki. After that, I then auditioned for Disney. The first gig I did for them was for the Disney Cruise Line.
Your kind should not be meddling with that type of power.
After I did the Disney Cruise Line, I also voiced Loki for Disneyland Hong Kong and Disneyland Paris.
Watch and learn now that you're in the presence of greatness.
I also was cast, signed the contract, everything for What If, but then I guess Tom Hiddleston was available and they went with him. So today, I thought I would just break down the fundamentals of doing the Loki voice. Before I do Loki, I always do a bunch of warm-ups. Betty Potter put some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. The line I go to most, or the clip I go to most anyway, is from the 2012 movie, The Avengers.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
The first thing we want to know is that Tom Hiddleston is very well pronounced. He's got a very Shakespearean accent. Okay, so he's kind of whispery here, but what I do most for Loki is it's a very throaty, or at least it's quite raspy. I am Loki. So that's a little bit of it, right? It's that kind of that throaty, ever so slight rasp. And if you add that with the Shakespearean, accent, we're getting closer to Loki. The accent comes out in particular with certain words that I've noticed. Instead of saying now, he'll say now, like that, like now, how. I imagine Tom Hiddleston's face, it's very sharp, it's very angular. So we almost want to talk very angular as well. I am Loki of Asgard. The other thing as well is it's actually deeper than we think. It's not, I am Loki of Asgard, it's not that overly posh up. He's a theatre actor, so he's coming at it from a theatrical standpoint. So it's almost like he has this natural projection, right? I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. So enunciate the rasp, but also low. Hello, brother. And one thing I realized is that my brother, I guess you could say, on the cruise lines, Thor, is voiced by AJ Licasio, who is a phenomenal voice actor, and he does a fantastic Michael J. Fox. Maybe he could do a little breakdown of that as well, but we'll see. So there you go. That's sort of a breakdown of Loki, and if you want to know